having compassion on other folks.
But it's not about numbers. It's really about personal transformation of young people and the contributions they're making. And it's just, I mean, it's not enough just to have those the quantitative data there, you know, the number of young people. It's like, what have they done and how has it impacted them, and how do you measure that and how do you evaluate that? Because that's finally what's going to make the difference. It's not about 250,000. Yeah, it's a great number, but more than that, how has it really made a difference?
We created a new agency of the federal government. So a new department, as it were, of the government was created to administer the AmeriCorps program, as well as two other programs. A program that engages older people in service called the Senior Corps, which has about 500,000 people participating every year. And another program called Learn and Serve America, which directs government money at schools, universities, and community organizations to engage younger citizens in service learning activities.
Maybe that's where IANYS could be uniquely positioned to keep things going and progress growing and getting the policymakers into the room with the donors, into the room with the practitioners from the NGOs.
The chance to talk to, especially informally, to talk to other persons outside of the formal setting has been, I think, very important for me. And to hear a person's inputs as to, you know, their personal experiences is critical. Because in this type of conference, everyone doesn't have a chance to actually talk about their particular concerns, issues, challenges, etc. Because it's not on for that length of time. So to have that informal setting where you can talk to others, that is an experience I would just take back with me. And then again, to just be hearing from other persons in the formal setting has been very positive.
Well, I think IANYS can play an important role in many different ways. There's no association of people working in the field of national youth service around the world. So in a way, we're filling a need and a gap that's there. It's not as though we're competing with other organizations that already exist. So it's a niche that IANYS is filling. That I think the response to this conference demonstrates that there's a real need for an association that brings people together who are working in very different contexts around the world, but nevertheless share some common interest in creating high-quality programs, for advocating with government for support, for doing research and evaluation of their programs, of really providing opportunities for young people to make a difference in their communities.
And I want to say to you that this world would be a bleaker place. This world would be a more pessimistic place if it were not for people and organizations like the ones that you represent. Organizations that say to the world that we are not prepared to accept that the world we live in is the best that humanity can create for itself. We refuse to accept that it is okay that so many millions of people live without water, live without sanitation, live without housing, live without healthcare. And these people, when you add them all up, are not a small statistical minority. When you add up women, men, young people who are marginalized, older people who are marginalized, people living with disability, people who have alternative sexual orientations and so on. When you add up all these groups of so-called socially excluded people, sadly, collectively, they're not a minority. They are either a majority or they are a very substantial minority.
we're going to close the ceremony and 3 days of IANYS Global Conference without thanking all the people who made that possible. So this would be my contribution to the closing ceremony. Giving thanks to all the people who made that possible. So first of all, obviously the 3 partners and the 3 partner teams who organized all of the days. Like for ICT, a huge thanks to the students who are there. For APSO, Agnes Hatui, with Valerio, Benji, and Simon, maybe are still there. We thank you very much. And all my team, thank you so much for all the hard work. So not to frighten the next one for 2 years from now. It's kind of big work to hold the IANYS conference. And obviously all the presenters and all the participants, as we know they are all right now, but we were around like 120 or 130 participants from 48 countries, so this is really incredible. And we had so many inspiring and powerful pictures and contributions from all of you during those 3 days. So thank you so much. Obviously without you all, this would not have happened. We thank the interpreters, the TSB camera crew. I think they're still there. Some of them are there. So thank you so much. Obviously, the member of the Global Council, many of them had to leave, but we have Robin, we have Jay, and I think we are left, Shodet, etc. And we will make our best to have all the next conference and all Elizabeth left, obviously, who is chairing. And last but not least, obviously, all the candidates who make this conference possible, because without them, we would not be there. We would have not been able to inspire with action. So I'm ending up with the Senior Foundation. The Fondation Benoit Foundation, the French Ministry for Youth, United Nations Volunteers, she's there. Who else is? And obviously a very special thanks to the foundation, the Academy of the United States here, and the US Embassy who gave us free almost never spaces for 3 days. Thank you so much to all the candidates. So thank you to Nanu and Camilo Lezano. I'm really for all 3 days and a half. We're inspiring for all of you, and that you will go back home with many ideas, many wheels of exchanging with other countries, and that you will contribute to IANYS in the future, the website, the description, giving information, being part of the next conference. We really need all of you, and we need all of us to go on with